morning, everyone. You are welcome to another edition of today's podcast. And today we have something special to tell you guys as usual. And it's not always me. I always have somebody important in the studio, to discuss topic about fintech related topic, economy, how we can move our money and how we can actually grow our business. My name is Olutayo Alex. You can call me Crystal Pen. So I have with me in the building Mr. Okoyemi. So he was with us last week as well.
Yeah,
Mr. Okoyemi,
thank you,
introduce
Mr.
yourself.
Alice, for this topic once again. Last week it was such a wonderful time, to sit down with you and discuss the subject matter. But today, like you mentioned, the subject matter is business weapon.
Yeah, business weapon.
There are a few things I'd just like to mention. There are weapons in business, right? See, no business will scale and no business will grow to its potential without these things that we'll be discussing. And one is branding. I mentioned here last week about vision.
Yeah.
Right? And so we're just building on that. But to start with today, what the first weapon that you need now, apart from laying the foundation last week, is branding. You need branding.
Branding.
See, branding is the way you want people to perceive your business. What is the difference between a mechanic and a mantle engineer?
Mm-hmm.
A mechanic, a mantle engineer, right? Is branding. When you think about a mechanic is just I'm going to the roadside. There's this baba there, who can fix my car at maybe an affordable price. But when you go to a car engineer, they tow in your car in. You come into a particular building whereby you see a secretary, you are meeting with different people just because you want to repair your car.
And they even ask a lot of questions
and
about
they
the
ask
car.
a lot of questions about the car before they even get to now answer you and start working or fixing your car. So it is branding. You pay more for that. So the earlier we start appreciating that we have to put these things in place, the earlier your business starts scaling, right? So branding is quite very important. You cannot overemphasize branding in business. The name that business A BS and another name that business B BS, the same line of business, but you can see when you call A, it doesn't carry weight. When you call B, carries weight, right? So branding includes name. Branding includes the way you are pushing your identity, how you are managing your brand, your company, how you are managing, the PR. You understand? You need people to talk about you and what have you. So it requires a lot of time. It requires a lot of energy as well. But it's quite beneficiary to businesses. So any business who is open to scale and who wants to attract a kind of volume, at the end of the year, they have got to appreciate branding. It is why you bring experts to talk about your business. You go on TV show to also talk about is branding. Is why you pay for ads. Is why you network with maybe an MC, maybe an ad expert, and what have you, just to keep pushing your brand out there. So number one is branding. Number two, now we are talking about where the real deal is. We are talking about system and structure. So once you can embrace branding, the second weapon that you should have is system and structure. See, it is not good that you start branding without system and structure, right? So now the branding is good, the PR is good, the name is good, right? But what about, if I come to your space, to your workshop, like the engineer were saying the other time, you should meet a secretary. You should know who to document
we should do this.
A receipt to issue a receipt for a payment or for you know, an invoice, right? You should have somebody who is going to fix a particular thing. You should also have somebody who is going to deliver the car, right? So these are system and structure. Not everybody in your company can do the same thing. So this is where clear system and structure is in place. Who and who is attending to this? Who and who is attending to that? And it is quite important that these things are well spelled out. So system and structure is another strategy or business weapon that any business owner out there must imagine, must think about, right? The third one now is technology.
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 Yeah.
See, I don't know how we want to move in this era of AI, and you are not going to still come to the fact that you need technology to push your business. You really need to. In fact, of course, I do 9 to 5. Of course, I'm also a business owner, CEO myself. And I look at the time in our business where we're not using technology. Being specific now, when we didn't embrace AI,
Mm.
right? AI is not just about technology, is not just about AI. There are tools, there are machines. I cannot imagine you being into a borehole business and you are not bringing all these abokis to still be digging.
Mm.
It doesn't make any sense. You should go for drilling machine. Do you understand? You should be able to at least give yourself time frame. Maybe we are doing this year, we are just going to be working for 1 year. Our goal is to now embrace technology. So we get a drilling machine. So, like I said, technology is not just about AI, it's a wholesome this thing. But just speaking into AI, speaking into all these things, businesses must begin to embrace AI. Businesses must begin to embrace machines. Machines are not there to replace you, they are there to make you efficient. It is those who now cannot use this machine that will be replaced.
Mm. That's a key word.
It's those who cannot use these machines that will be replaced. That's the truth, Mr. Alex. I've seen myself struggling. I know, you can do this thing, but imagine that you keep on doing the same thing for over 1 year. You will attract what we call burnout.
Mm-hmm.
Now you will need another time to just go for retreat, refresh yourself, then come with a fresh desire to keep on doing that thing that you're doing. But machines are not like that. All you have to do for machine is to service them, and they can keep on doing the same thing at a faster frequency for years. The only thing that happens to machine is wear and tear, whereby you now bring another machine in to still continue. So if you are talking about producing at a bigger scaling, you are into paper business, people are making demands, you have got to start thinking machine. You are into the fashion world, you have got to start thinking machine. Where people operate with these machines and they produce fast.
Mm.
Our time now, the currency is how fast you can deliver. And you cannot deliver at that particular time
Time
frame
frame.
without machines. So they are not there to replace you, they are there to make you efficient. The honor, the glory, the accolades, the awards still comes to your company, still comes to your business. Oh, business so and so. See what they did. They delivered this in less than 1 hour. Imagine where you go to and maybe a
The-
fashion brand and under 24 hours, emergency clothing, under 24 hours, a wedding clothes, and they deliver to you in 24 hours. You bring it on Thursday, they deliver it on Friday, your wedding is in Saturday. Imagine that kind of a thing. Imagine, like I said, your car broke down on an highway. You call these guys, they came to tow your car. Under 1 hour, their machines have been able to fix your car. This is it is the future of business. Imagine where you go to an hospital and they said the surgery that we are going to be doing is going to be done by a machine. I even had a man sharing that his wife, had this surgery and it was laser technology that they used on her, when they were cutting her and when they were done, they couldn't even find the particular
Because it's
spot
tough.
whereby she was being cut because she had CS, right? And they used this laser technology on her. Imagine now that you are, God forbid, that is now your woman and you are seeing doctors slicing your wife, and when she's done, you could see the way they were. You understand? Whereby a machine could absolutely do that kind of a thing without any mark that it was operated on. It might be expensive, but we have got to think machines as a business owner. Technology is the future of businesses. We cannot run away from it. But then I'll repeat it. It is those who cannot use machines
Mm,
that will be replaced.
mm.
That will be replaced. You get to make more profit. You get to
Skate through your business.
scale through your business, more productivity, and what have you.
Thank you, Mr. Okpay. I mean, that's a wonderful aspect. And, one thing I always tell people is that whether you like it or not, technology has come to stay.
Yes.
And one important thing that is that you may not know all the aspect of the technology, but pick a particular one that goes well,
Yeah.
that align with your business and scale through. You understand? And I still believe in this aspect of technology that there are some that they are of categories. Let me just put it that way. They are of categories. There are some that you can see acquire or get for yourself and see actually help your business. I think we got to start from one place. You understand? So
Yes.
thank you, Mr. Koyemi.
Thank you so much.
I don't know, maybe you still have addition.
Yes. I would just like to add this particular last aspect. I feel is very important. That is, you cannot talk about businesses at a higher altitude, doing well, making profit, delivering quite well, without this last thing, which is what we call relationships. Relationships, or you call it networking. There's no business. There's no business. Businesses, one of the weapons that businesses must have is relationships. Relationships. Who you know matters.
Hmm.
Who likes you in business matters. Who patronizes you in business matters. There is nowhere in life that you might want to operate as a business that you will not need relationships with your government. I see people who take their own government. I see people who take them for granted. I know you may not like the government of the day, right? I know it does your own personal biasness, and you might actually have legal reasons. Oh, the guy is not doing well and all that. But as far as your business is concerned, your business needs the support of your government. Imagine they don't allow you to operate in your country. Where will you?
Or they just make a policy
Or
that
they just
just
or they make a crazy policy just to fizzle out your business. So you have got to start thinking, oh, who can I relate with in the government that will make our operations very easy. I've seen people who their what's it called now, their ships, they are being seized and they could not retrieve it because the government just came with one crazy policy. And
hmm,
not because these businesses that they are operating are contrabands or what have you. They are legit business, importations of cars and what have you. But something, a policy came out and they seized all their goods, right? So you want to start thinking about, oh, if I'm going to be operating at this level, it doesn't mean that you have to be dirty. It just means that you have to honor your government. You have to. You have to. It is quite very essential. You must know the policy of the day. You must also know the people who matters in government and that you can liaise with. Oh, we are doing this, we are doing this, we are doing. Show up often. Support the government, right? Not because you are looking for anything, but because you are also looking for peace. That's the word. You are looking for peace. If government comes and They sent you out of that particular country. That's all. It's
Hmm.
gone. So
Hmm.
relationships. Now, the second aspect of relationships is with your customers, with top agents. Who and who can I relate with that will make our business more better, that will grow our business, right? And just to inculcate this into it, you also have to start looking at customer services.
Hmm.
Customer service.
Um, Thank you, Mr. Okoyemi. The time is not really on our side. I know if I leave you, you keep on, giving us more knowledge, more understanding, and more wisdom. Thank you, Mr. Okoyemi. We are glad to have you again on our show podcast by
Thank you so
Hazra.
much. Thank you so much.
So, he has spoken a lot, and in case you are just joining us, what we have been discussing is actually the weapon of business, which we can call the strategy of business. So, we make mention of strategy, structure, relationship, networking, technology, and
Yes,
what have you. Thank you, Mr. Okoyemi, once
thank you
again,
so
and
much.
so if you have a questions, the time is not really on our side. If you have a question, you can just drop it in the comment section. Thank you for always sharing our video. Thank you for always liking our video. We can say we love you and we want to see your business grow in future. And don't forget that in case that you need, you want to move your money abroad, you want to collect your money, whether as a freelancer, gig worker, don't forget that Hazra is always there with you for you, right there on your WhatsApp. Azra works on WhatsApp, and you don't need to download any app. Just go to userazra.com and just talk to Azra, and right there you create USD account, where you can use to collect your money anywhere, everywhere in the world. Thank you, Mr. Koyemi, once again.
Thank you so
My name
much,
is
bro.
Lutayo Laleka, and we're going to call it a day on today's edition of podcast. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Koyemi. How do you say goodbye?
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
So
See you
thank
soon.
you. See you again next week. Bye for now.